buyer we don't worry about because he's the one going to sue anyhow, right? The only one that doesn't have any coverage is the seller. This is a gift. This is a gift. You know, I talked about these houses here. And let me, I'll do this. Let's talk about this here. This is a lawsuit, and the lawsuit on this one is because they can. They're suing their agent, the buyer's agent. They're suing the agent's broker. They're suing our agent and me on this. And this was all about an inspection report and a buyer's walkthrough, and the house never met with their expectations of the fix on the buyer's walkthrough, on those items that are done on a, what am I trying to say, where we amended the contract for repairs. Yet she signed it. What she's saying is that this agent, and she's a wonderful agent, forced her to sign this. She's a big girl, but I don't think she grabbed anybody's arm and made them sign anything. We can't do that, can we? But she's claiming that. Unfortunately, on this suit, we'll have to answer it because that's the law. We have to answer it. If we don't, we're automatically tagged. You're it. You're going to pay this amount. So we do have to go to court on this. Probably won't go to court, but we will negotiate some kind of a settlement and pay some amount of money to make it go away. And that's why we have E&O insurance. If you, let's talk about E&O insurance just for you, information and edification. She turned in all of her paperwork. Boom, 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 boom. She has a checklist. She went through the checklist. She turned it in. I approved that checklist. So if you turn in all your paperwork and do what you're supposed to do, it's not because I love paperwork, folks. Let me tell you, I don't. But if you turn all that paperwork in, you have zero deductible. So she's not going to have to pay anything. Our E&O is going to pay that. Isn't that good? I think that's good. Then I got another one here. This is last week. That's been a good week. Unfortunately, you know we have an attorney, right, on staff? Y'all know that, right? Jack Hawthorne. Nicest guy on the face of the earth. And he looks like a little baby boy. He does. He's just a sweetheart. But he's got great letterhead. They never see him, so it's okay. Let's see here. Was provided MLS listing prepared for real estate by such and such. The listed sales price was $380. Another square footage problem. They said the house was 2,800. In truth, the house is only, I don't know, it's too much to read. And so they want the difference between the sales price and what they paid at $123 a square foot times whatever we're missing. Remember, some of y'all weren't in here when we went through this earlier, when we got one that sold 3 times on MLS, 3 times, for 3,191 square feet. Is that right? And nobody ever bothered to look at the appraisals or Bear County, which shows it at 2,800 square feet. And now we're at 23,000 difference between what I paid for and what I didn't get. And what I said before was a good attorney, not even a good attorney, and that's would pull up MLS history, go back and see how many times it's sold, and they could call and say to Mr. and Mrs. Jones, who bought it, you know, you guys overpaid for that house by X amount, and go to Mr. and Mrs. Smith and say, you know, you overpaid on that house. Would you like to join me in a lawsuit against Keller Williams Cityview and Keller Williams Heritage? And they're all bad people. You know, I was in court one time when we were going to voir dire. Y'all been to jury duty? Everybody raise their hand. Been to jury duty? You know, you got a room like this, right? You got all these people here, and you got some case, and the lawyers are going to question you. Is that right? They're going to ask you questions. Yes. And this in this particular case, and there was 200 jurors to be selected from, to pick 12. And the question was, have you ever had a problem with a realtor? Well, yeah, I have a lot of problems, but I hate them. You ever had a problem? Yeah, they screwed me to the wall. You know, and it kept going like this. And finally, the judge says, you know, we can do this all day. Everybody in here who's had a problem with a realtor, raise their hand. Well, I was the only one that didn't raise his hand. Okay? I was lonely in that room. Everybody in there hates us. Why? Anybody know? $1 million. We make $1 million. We brag about it constantly, don't we? $1 million producer. Well, I don't know what that means. You sold $10 million worth of real estate. You must be rich. Are you rich? You sure? Okay, just check. So that's why they do it. They think we have money. And again, attorneys pick on us because of our limited education and combative skills in a lawsuit. I've watched people just cry and break down when we're going through interrogatories, discovery motions. I mean, you've just been hitting the solar plexus. So, is this a good deal for sellers? Yes. Absolutely, because somebody's going to call and say, you made a mistake on seller's disclosure statement, and these guys are going to fix it. So, I want to know that you presented it. So if the seller elects not to take it, he can sign there, I refuse this, I'm not going to take it. And that's fine, we presented it. So he can't come back to us later and say, hey, I heard you guys had a program and I got sued, and I didn't know about your program. Don't be there, okay? This is Benchmark Mortgage, one of our favorite lenders here, who have provided us with stuff. We kind of hit on this a little bit about DBAs through TREC. Identify yourself. How big does your name and the fact that you're a realtor have to be on your business card? Okay. All of these are wrong. Okay? Because I don't own a realty. I don't have any associates, and if I did have associates, I have to say what they are. Nothing on here says I'm a real estate agent. Nothing says I'm a real estate agent. So those are all three wrong. IBS, we all know that. We've got to do that. Advertising. Rules and regulations. Hotline. Everybody know about the hotline? Say yes. Say no. I don't care. Say something. Okay? What is the hotline? What's the number? Say again. 210-727 what?
1623.
1623. So if you got a problem, call that hotline. All right? If you need to talk to me, 9 times out of 10 you will reach me on the hotline because that's who answers it most of the time. But if you need me, 210-863-5355. Okay? 210-863-5355. I have cards here, so those of you who want one of my cards, want to frame it or something, want me to sign it, I'll be happy to do that. Okay. Non-negotiables. This is Jack's. This is new. I like this. This is new. This is our E&O carrier, and they allow us now to sell our own properties. Get 2 a year to buy or to sell, or 2 to sell, or 2 to buy. 2 a year. All it requires is that you has to be inspected, no T47s, okay? Got to have a new survey. You got to pay the home warranty, things you'd want to do. Have a 6% royalty. Everybody has already got that, right? $50 transaction fee, $90 E&O, and seller shield to protect you on that sale. Is that a lot cheaper than 3%? It's a deal, by the way. How many of us have sold our own homes in here? That was our first listing. Sell something. List your home. Throw your family out. Make something happen. So this is really, really good. If you're an investor and you want to buy an investment property, this is the way to do it.
So
Okay.
the seller shell doesn't cover.
It has to be owner occupied. Yeah, we talked about this. Any assumed names must be recorded in every county you do business in. So for those of us who do business in Bernie and San Antonio, you would have to register that name in both counties. And it has to be approved and on file with the Director of Risk Management. And right now, that's me. So you have to send that to me, okay?
Can you go back to the previous?
Anybody awake? Not awake? If I get asleep, here, run into this.
Can you go back to the first one?
It's online.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. It's on film now, my discussion with you, okay, this is for everybody to see. Every Keller Williams agent has signed an independent contractor agreement and agrees to only work on residential business unless individually authorized by the risk manager. You guys have that in front of you, right?
That's right.
And you circle? Yes, ma'am. Okay, everybody doing that? Second page, top of the page. Yes, we're doing it? Good, thank you.
What do you want us to do?
Huh? At the top of the page, it says what discipline you want to work in. And right now, you're only qualified to work residential. Would you agree?
So we've done short sales in the past, it doesn't,
Are you a short sale expert?
I'm an expert, but just don't do them anymore.
No, you have to come to me and we talk about it. So, and you're smart enough to do them and willing to do it. By the way, might be some short sales coming up here. Yeah, I will tell you this, we had a meeting, was it yesterday? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. And we gave away checks from commercial agents to residential. And they totaled up 30-something thousand, 35, 36, huh? $35,000. One of them was a $30,000 referral. One of our land guys paid out a $90,000 referral to an agent in New Jersey or someplace like that. Now, we've got great people. How many referrals do you pay out, Brad?
4 or 5 a year.
And he is one of our top producers. You paid out referrals.
Small.
Small ones? It's free money. Who cares, right? So, we've already talked about that. Don't use an intermediary when you're working with Heritage, including the business centers of legacy offices. All listing associates must provide a written broker price opinion, BPO, comparative market analysis, CMA, at the time of the listing agreement is being negotiated. Why do I want to see your CMAs? Anybody know? I will tell you, too many people are coming back and saying, they sold my house too cheap. If I'd have known I could have gotten this amount for it, they sold it too cheap. So if I've got a CMA saying that I've done a good job, and I based this price on this, didn't pull it out of the air, isn't that better? So, do good CMAs, put them with your file, send them to me. BPO, everybody know what BPO is? Broker price opinion. You do that, BPOs is primarily for REO companies, bank-owned properties. Now, this was a problem too. Everybody familiar with transaction fees on a listing? Yes? No? That you can pass on some of your costs to the seller. For instance, I'm going to put it on TV, that costs X amount. I'm going to have it staged, that costs X amount. I'm going to have a professional photographer, which is probably the most common thing, a professional photographer come in here and have him shoot the house. You cannot charge any more than what they